Hello and welcome to Youth Voice Talk Show, a platform where we discuss important issues affecting young people today. So I am your host, Victoria Kahega. So today we'll be discussing a topic that has been increasingly important in our institutions of higher learning, that is mental health challenges among university and college students. So many students face academic pressure, financial difficulties, social expectations, and personal struggles that can affect their mental well-being. Yet, mental health remains a topic that many people are uncomfortable discussing openly. To help us understand the issue better, I am joined by my mental health practitioner, Mr. Alex Victor, and a university student, Daisy Achim. Thank you both for joining us. Alex Victor.
Yeah, so thank you once again. I'm honored to be here today. So I'm Alex Victor, a mental health practitioner. Thank you.
And Daisy.
And I'm Daisy Cheng, a media student from Kabeti National Polytechnic, and I'm also a mentor here.
Thank you very much. So we can start off by our first segment, that is, let us understand what is mental health. So to you, Mr. Alex Victor, you can let us start with the basics. What is mental health and why is it important?
Oh, thank you once again. So mental health refers to emotional, psychological, and even our social well-being. It affects on how we think, how we feel, and how we interact with others. Good mental health people are people who avoid stress, anxiety, and they maintain healthy relationships. Yeah.
So we can say that many people associate health only with personal fitness, right?
Yeah.
But mental well-being it is not equally important because mostly people associate that mental health, maybe if you're just okay personally, then physically you're also okay, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to Daisy as a student, what are some of the mental health challenges students commonly face?
Okay, as a student, most of the mental health challenges the students face are like stress, depression, anxiety, and most probably it faces different students faces different challenges depending on the situation that you are. For example, there are people who experiences stress anxiety that is brought about by kuna wenye hugonjeka kama wako karibu kufanya exams, and then we have people that experiences stress inakuwa brought about by maybe school fees, and then there are also people that depend on themselves for school fees. So you see, balancing school and work, it becomes a little bit of a challenge because lazima ukuje shule, unaenda home, you have assignments, you're so tired, you don't have time to rest. Now it becomes a challenge to your mental health.
Yes, that is very true. And to you, Alex, do these challenges reflect what you observe in your professional aspect?
Yeah, most of the challenges which Daisy has said, I support them. Most of students go through anxiety, depression, academic pressure, and relationship issues, also students. And then uncertainty about the future. So like tunasoma tu vizuri lakini after kumaliza shule you are not certain mahali utapata kazi.
Yes.
Ama uingie in the job market na fail to meet your obligations zenye ulikuwa unataka, because each and every one of us has expectations. If the expectations are not met, unapata unakuwa disappointed, which wengine they end up being depressed, and inaleta most of the challenges to the students.
Okay. Yeah. So that is well true, and I believe I support whatever both of you have said. So we can dive in directly to the causes of mental health challenges. On to you, Mr. Alex. So what are the major causes behind these mental health struggles?
Also, some of the major causes of the mental struggles. Number one is the challenges. Challenges za maisha. But someone has gone through a lot tangu akue mdogo. For example, people dealing with the school fee issues. Unapata ni anajilipia karo.
Yes.
So balancing between work and maybe academics inakuwa ngumu. And some people wenye pengine hawana wazazi, they really go through a lot. Like utasomaje, like utasoma saa ngapi? saa ngapi utaweza kufanya like the studies, then utafute the fee. So you end up getting depressed because after all you are being needed to do exam, and for you to do the exam lazima book the exam.
Yes.
And then another cause is that another challenge, past trauma. But someone passed through rape, also ladies. Someone like vitu alishuhudia, mwingine alipata, pengine aliona mzazi akiuawa dhahiri, like akiona. So your trauma inamuumiza sana. So asipo cope up nayo, it will lead to depression. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So to you, Daisy, what can you touch on maybe the causes or maybe how it should be put?
Okay, zingine zinakuwa caused by let us say, there are some university students that have kids. So when you're in school and you're having a child, it is a lot of responsibility. You have to work, you have to come to school, and at the end of the day you have to go home to your kid to ensure that they are good, they are well. Someone said that kids are a responsibility, and therefore that responsibility sometimes inakuwa overwhelming to college students wenye wako na watoto. Another thing that ina cause mental health, probably chenye Alex amesema, hiyo story tu ya school fees, kama vile nilisema earlier, those people are depending on themselves for school fees. Ama kuna some people wenye like let us say that you have to work for you to provide your school fees. Unakuta there is a lot of pressure yenye, for example, you are in fourth year, wanakutaka uko shule 24/7 at work, you are also required to be at work. Ile yenye usipoingia pesa inakatwa. So you're just not relaxed as an individual. Ingine pia inakuwa caused by pressure. Here in campus, a lot of people want to fit in. A lot of people want to fit in terms of fashion, in terms of unataka social life, unataka like unaona this person is living this life and you want to do the same. That means you'll have to do anything it takes for you to fit in, and it affects most of the people in a lead to poor decision making, in which it will affect vibaya sana. Wonder you will get most people, mlianza pamoja, but on the way some people drop because of different stuff. You start paying bring about unaanza kutumia drugs, you see. And for all of us know that the moment unaanza kutumia drugs, as long as you do not get a proper professional help, like you just like the chances of you having a good life ahead is just 50-50.
Yeah. So for you as a student, have you experienced such maybe with your other classmates, maybe within the school or maybe even outside?
Yes, I've personally experienced, but there is this case that most people don't understand. We always have those quiet friends. When the friend is always quiet in terms of communication, they have a good communication skill. But there is this time when imekuwa overwhelming, they'll just come and shout at you. Most of the people will be like, amenishautia nini, oh, you're no longer my friend, instead of asking them like nini ili cause kwa kuja kunishautia. It's like or you stop showing up for people, and instead of people asking themselves why you stop showing up, wanaangalia on their side like, oh, sijui nini, you understand? And another thing, as a personal experience, personally I experienced depression as a personality. I don't know why, but I think it is because of past trauma experiences. And then we also have children, not just children, but also teenagers that experience mental health challenges as a result to their parents. Wewe kama mtoto ulitupwa boarding school ukiwa class 3, you don't have that connection to your parent. So the only life yenye uko nayo ni the outside life, like from class 3 to high school. umekuwa tu high school, you know. Sasa like in a situation whereby you know umeenda kuishi na mzazi, expressing yourself to them becomes a challenge because like
There's no
bro,
space.
I don't know you, you don't know me. Yes, you're my parent, but you don't know most of the things about
There's
me.
no that safe space.
There is no that safe space. Therefore, you'll have to look for that safe space mahali kwingine. You see? Yeah.
Yeah, well understood. So we can go on coping strategies. So for you, Alex, what are the coping strategies as a profession would you offer in terms of people battling with maybe mental health challenges broadly, not only students but also the broad part?
Yeah, so some of the coping strategies as a professional, number one is guidance and counseling. Unapata most of the campus, the guidance and counseling officers are there, but they are dormant. Ziko tu lakini watu waongei. So unapata high school ilikuwa lazima people attend the guidance and counseling session, which I see iko na impact sana, because by then ulikuwa free kuongea, you are very free to express your feelings, how you feel. And then the students, campus students, they should look on a way of balancing between academics and the social life. Uziunganisha the social life na academics. Is either ingine itaenda hivi, ingine haitaendana. And then another coping strategy, be yourself. Kuwa wewe. Unajua social media inadanganya watu. Unapata what you see in the social media ndio unataka kufanya. So ukikompete ama uangalie kitu mtu anafanya social media, then ujiweke, utapata ni unaumia, because most of the social media things vitu wanafanya unapata zingine wanafanya to get views, followers, si ukweli. So ukishaona hivyo utaenda kuumia bure. Students sleep well, eat balanced diet to avoid the mental health issue. And then most men seek counseling. Speak out. In our offices, you get out of 10 people, one person or maybe two when you wanna seek counseling are ladies. So the two unapata ni wanaume, of which wakikuja pia they're not free to open to speak up because wako na trust issues, which I agree with them. Because ukiambia mtu shida yako, the next time msikia akisema mahali, probably you will have trust issues na yeye. Yeah, so those are the major, I think, the major coping strategies in the profession as well to students.
So can we also, like, is eating healthy or maybe sleeping habits, are they entailed in the coping mechanisms?
Yeah.
So for you, Daisy, what are the coping strategies you can offer to students, for you as a student and maybe for your fellow students?
Okay, of course there is counseling, but counseling cannot be an option for everyone. Like, counseling to some people it is expensive. For those who know, counseling per hour ina cost a lot. What do you mean utaenda kulipa 5,000 per hour just to be cancelled, and you don't have like a surety that utakuwa sawa? And then another thing, as much as to encourage counseling, people want to talk to people they can trust. Unaona, in a situation whereby tuseme nimekuja kukwambia something about what I'm going through, and then nakuja nisikia from another person, inafanya people wanakuwa afraid. And more so this month being the men's mental health month, it should really raise awareness for the men to speak up, because ukiangalia statistic, the number of men that kill themselves because of depression and anxiety without you knowing, that number is so high compared to ladies. Because for the men, unakwanga umerezwa like, oh, be a man, don't be sijui what, be a man. So you know, ukishakuwa raised like sijui unalia, this term they always use ati unajifanya aje ka dem, unalia aje ka dem. It is so frustrating. Mimi nikisikia mtu akisema hivyo, I'm always like, are you okay? Kwa sababu as much as they are men, they also have emotion. So najua ukisikia, you know, there is a day I was scrolling and then this guy was saying how he was sexually assaulted at the age of 15. And the comment section was so annoying. Someone was like, I can't even say it here. Your fellow men pushing you down because of something that you went through. So as much as tunataka kuongelelea his stuff, personally I can't talk for the men because I don't have the first hand experience. Unaona, it's like wewe kama mwanaume, you can't come to talk to me about menstrual cycle. Yes, you know about it, but you don't know the experience. Unaona, so you as men come and tell us how you feel. Okay, ndio avoid those statistics. Unajua ni kama vile women will be talking about feminism, and then a certain man will be like, men also go through a lot. Okay, if you go through a lot, suongelele what you're going through a lot. I mean, women are speaking for themselves. Why can't you do it for yourself also? So yeah, men should also speak up, express yourself. If you're surrounded by friends when you wanna push down for expressing yourself, that's a good sign for you to leave them. The same situation where this guy was saying that men should normalize telling their fellow men that I love you, and most people will be like, oh, you're gay. It is that thinking capacity doesn't even, when you're surrounded with friends that think positively, it will make your life so easier as an individual. Yeah.
Okay, so and what about those people who think that maybe seeking help is maybe a weakness?
Yeah.
What can you say about that?
Yeah, at the time you are seeking help, it may seem to be a weakness, but it's a great strength. Ni nguvu kubwa, because if you speak up utasaidiwa. In high school we had a logo kwa guidance and counseling office hapo juu wameandika ongea kusaidiwa. So seeking help kama ombo usaidizi, it helps a lot. Is a sign of strength. Haionyeshi you are weak.
It's also a sign of self-love.
Yeah, self-love as well.
High self-esteem too.
Yeah, okay. So what role should universities and college play in helping, supporting students in terms of mental health, generally?
So universities, colleges, secondary schools, number one, they should create mental health awareness programs. They should dedicate at least hata kama ni once a month or twice a month, or which they talk to men separately, so wanaunganishwa all the time, because as men want to talk to fellow men, man to man talk. As ladies wana feel vizuri wakiongea na a fellow lady. And then the schools should also invest more in co-curricular activities, ball games, indoor games, so that kama hujajipata kwa sports, athletics, at least utajipata kwa volleyball. Sipojipata kwa hiyo, utajipata kwa tennis, indoor games. So schools should deeply invest in co-curricular activities, and then students should also participate. Sasa wewe ni kusoma, ukishatoka class unaenda kulala, watching TikTok, social media. So I think those are the major roles that institutions play to cope up with the mental health challenges faced by university students.
Okay, thank you. To you, Daisy, what can you add up on that?
Okay, I agree with everything that Alex has said, but the bottom line is we want trust, right? So this is going to be my personal opinion. For those who have visited Catholic churches, kunakuwa na this room you can go, unaingia ndani, and then there is a father where you need, because people want trust, especially for the men. Unajua kuna vitu zingine zenye I just can't come and confess to you hivyo. I think they should introduce something like that also in universities and schools and other institutions to ensure there is trust and anonymity. Unaona, ndio wakiona imeenda sana, they can now look for you. So yeah, of course counseling should be there, and in school counseling ikuwe bure, not to visit counseling centers. And if you're someone that is counseling people, please ensure ensure those people can trust you.
Ensure it's a safe space.
Yeah, ensure it is a safe space for people to express themselves.
So what are some of the warning signs? Like you can spot a person and there are signs that they will portray to you. Then you say, I can see there are signs of mental health problems.
Okay, this one you can mostly spot them, especially when you're close to those people. Unajua kuna watu hunona excessively wakiwa stressed and depressed. Then mtu ananona and you will be like, kai nani, like umeongeza weight, your life is so good, but those people are depressed. Kuna watu hukonda wana lose weight, and then kuna watu wenyewe, this one is going to surprise a lot of people, but kuna watu wenyewe wanakuanga overly happy. That's why utapata a situation that you talk to someone today, she was so happy, the next day unasikia so and so killed herself or killed himself. Also kuna situation ya mtu tu ana outburst out of nowhere. Kama place nilienda attachment, there is this lady that yani alitoka tu nje and started shouting, screaming, blah blah, and just saying things that people don't understand. Those are some of the signs. Yeah, and you know these signs, in most cases you'll never see it in men, by the way. You'll never see it in men. It's the same case. Place nilienda attachment, there is a guy that killed himself and people didn't know, but the reasons before killing himself aliandika reasons for manage family, alikuwa na salary kidogo, but he was just a jovial person. So in most cases you know, just stay close to your friend, ensure unajua marafiki zako vizuri. Na kama umeona beshte yako kuna mahali kamechange kidogo, just go and talk to them. Na see everyone that is going through mental health breakdown anataka kuongeleshwa. Some people just need you to be there, but just don't advise them. Hata don't advise them, you just be there for them.
Okay, so for you as a profession in your mental health practitioner, what can you give us as the warning signs so that you can wrap it up?
Some of the warning signs are persistent sadness. Hata mtu amekatwa, amehuzunika, mtu amejiisolate from watu, pata tu that friend, that one person mwenye alikuwa tu kama ametoka kwa place watu wako, amejiisolate. Unajua ukijiisolate you think so much, think a lot, so you don't need to depression and issues kama thoughts, suicidal thoughts. And na hizo zenye the student amesema.
Okay, so thank you to you, Mr. Alex Victor and Daisy Acheng, for sharing your valuable insights. Today's discussion has highlighted the importance of mental health among university students and college students, and above all, we haven't actually measured on the university and college students only. We've actually gone broad, and while students face numerous challenges, support system awareness and open conversations can help create healthier learning environments. So to our viewers, remember that taking care of your mental health, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. So share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section and join the conversation using #mental health awareness. I am Victoria Kahiga and thank you for watching.